Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. So today, before the video gets started, if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. At 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be doing a dash cam giveaway. We're giving away a couple dash cams because we think it's super important for rideshare drivers to have dash cams. So we're going to give you dash cams at 1,000 subscribers. But today, we are going over the article that just came out that New York City passed a law now stating that Uber, Lyft, Juno, and Via drivers are going to be getting minimum wage for driving. It's going to be a set rate for the drivers. So, I really want to just spark this conversation. So go ahead and leave a comment below while you're watching this or what you think about it. But yeah, so basically what the article says is that Uber and Lyft and Juno and Via drivers, they're going to be getting $17.22 an hour. So the minimum wage in New York right now is at $15. But the extra $2.22 is to cover the tax that independent contractors get. So I don't actually know. I'm just learning about this as well. I've read a couple articles, but I think for the most part, it's good. But there's also some it can also be bad. So we don't really know how it's going to look. It's not going to come into effect for 30 days. So I'm just going to go over here and read the article with you. Okay, so here's the article pulled up. It's written by a company called Engadget. So here we go. New York City passes minimum wage for Uber and Lyft drivers, $17.22 per hour. So as you guys probably know, or if you're not yet an Uber or Lyft driver, all Uber and Lyft drivers are on contract. They're independent contractors. They're not employees, which is the big difference. There's no benefits or anything, and you can make your own money. And some people, they make a lot of money. Some people make like 20, 30 bucks an hour. I've made $30 an hour driving for Lyft before. Sometimes even 40, just depending on. Sometimes you get a really good ride, big tips. Stuff adds up. So $17.22, I don't know if it's the best way. Like I said, I don't really know how it's going to look. New York City's Taxi and Limousine Commission voted today to establish a minimum wage. This is the first in the US to establish a minimum rate for app-based drivers. So this is huge. Like, to establish a minimum pay rate for an independent contractor, for these app-based drivers is big. In the past it's just been, go out and make your own money, and if you fail, you fail. And I think that's a reason why a lot of people quit, is because there is a huge learning curve, for driving for Uber and Lyft. They state that, anyone can get out there and drive, but, if you don't know the tips and the tricks and, where to drive, or should you keep driving around looking for rides, or even taking short rides, waiting for people. Sometimes people wait for like an hour, they're going through the drive-thrus and stuff. You're not making 17 bucks an hour, so that could be good for them. So I guess this company the New York City Taxi and Limousine Commission, they voted to establish it, and I guess, yeah. So one of the big things is that it's deadhead pay. So when you take a trip out of your town, they're gonna pay for your trip back. So as of now, you don't get paid at all. You just take a trip out and you have to come back on your own. So earlier this year, the Taxi and Limousine Commission released the results of a study it requested, which recommended the new pay floor. And in August, the New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio signed a bill. So the Independent Drivers Guild, yeah, these are the guys, the driving guild. They've been working on it for a while. So I guess in New York, a lot of people have been trying to get this passed. I guess they're stating that independent contract drivers are making only $11.90 after expenses, which for me seems kind of low. Again, that takes into account depreciation on your car. So it really depends on what kind of car you're driving. If you're driving a super expensive car, that depreciation is a huge factor. But if you're driving a cheap car, and you get good maintenance, then it might not be that bad. So let's see. In May, San Francisco subpoenaed? I don't know what that means. The two companies for their app for the pay records. And both companies have faced lawsuits over driver wages. So the big question is, I don't know if this is going to include taxes. Sorry, I don't know if it's going to include tipping. I don't know if it's $17.22 for the base rate, and then the passengers can tip on top of that, or if the tipping is going to be included. I know that you know, they can't track the cash tips, but from what I see, I think this is probably going to raise rates for passengers in New York at least, and they probably won't tip as well, just because it's going to be a little bit more expensive. But again, we don't know what exactly it's going to look like. I don't even think Uber and Lyft know how it's going to look like. I think they're still working on it. Lyft has been really good, actually, at replying. They've been talking with Engadget about calculating pay per ride rather than pay per week. Will incentivizes short rides over long rides. Lyft believes all drivers should earn a livable wage, and we are committed to helping drivers reach their goals. So I think that part is good, that, you know, it gives people at least a way to have a livable wage. You know, they can live off of driving for Uber and for Lyft. Like I said, it could be bad for people who do make a lot of money, people who know the ins and outs. I don't know, maybe this is the minimum, and you can go higher. Obviously, you know, if you're driving Uber XL or Uber Lux or Lyft Lux or Uber Black, you're going to be making more. So I don't know how they're going to handle that. But anyways, guys, I'm going to keep you updated once we hear more about this. This is just our take on it. So definitely there's pros and cons. Let me know what you guys think. All right, so yeah, we both live in the Bay Area, in Berkeley, near San Francisco. And what do you think, Kevin? Do you think this would be good for?
I mean, like the households or the houses in San Francisco, and like the pay rate is generally not that good. So 17 it's decent, but I don't know, it's like livable. It's not good.
It's pretty, yeah, it's pretty low. Or like,
not great, to be honest.
Let's do some quick math here. What's 60 times 40? Or no, what, $17.22. Let me get on my calculator. Let's get out a calculator. $17.20 times, let's say 40 or 50 hours a week. Probably most Uber drivers drive 50, right? That's $861 a week. Times 52 months, 52 weeks in a year. That's $44,000.
Per year?
Per year.
Yeah, that's not good.
And that's before taxes.
Yeah, I know, and that's 50 hours.
And then taxes is about 20%, so times 0.8, which is you're gonna take home 80%. After taxes, you're looking at around 36,000. Or if you do your taxes well and you do calculate all your expenses, you're probably gonna stick to around 44,000 per year. It's gonna, yeah, and New York is one of the, we were just talking about this earlier, right?
Yeah.
About how New York is super,
very expensive.
One of the most expensive places to live. I mean, a 2-bedroom apartment could be upwards of $3,000.
Yeah.
I mean, if you could live in a cheaper area for sure, outside of the city.
Yeah.
But if you're living in the city, yeah, I mean, it's way more expensive than that.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with no. I don't like it, but
yeah, we don't actually know. This could be like the base rate, and then you could make more. This could be like the guarantee.
And we don't know about the tips as well.
In the tips, yeah, because a lot of people
get a lot of tips.
Yeah, and you don't have to report taxes on cash tips. Well, I mean, you're supposed to, but so we don't. Maybe this will be. I don't know. Like, do you think it'll include bonuses? Because right now Uber and Lyft give weekly bonuses, so maybe they'll just take away bonuses altogether.
I don't know.
We'll have to find out for sure.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely keep you guys updated, and we'll make an update video as soon as we hear more. But right now it doesn't look great, but I think it actually do think it has potential to be good. But this definitely is huge for the gig economy and for Uber and Lyft. So we're pretty excited that it's heading in that direction, but again, we'll have to see. This is not enough information at all to make a definitive call on whether it's good or not. It definitely has the potential to be really good, but we don't know. Okay, so all right, Rideshare Hub, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. We're doing the giveaway at 1,000 subscribers for a couple dash cams. We're working to get all rideshare drivers dash cams. We think it's really important to give rideshare drivers dash cams, so we want to create some way that we can have all rideshare drivers have dash cams in their car for protection and insurance. Any accidents, any potential lawsuits, we know those are very rare, but those do happen. And just even like getting deactivated, like sometimes your passenger might say I don't know, they might lie. It happens very rarely, but we want to, just for safety reasons, give everyone dash cams, or at least allow people to have the opportunity to have dash cams. So at 1,000 subscribers, we're giving away a couple dash cams. So stay tuned for that. And for now, if you're interested in being an Uber and Lyft driver, use our link in the description for a sign-on bonus. It's gonna be the first subscription right there. And any final thoughts, Kevin?
See you next time.
See you next time. It's been another episode of the Rideshare Hub. Bye.